Just when you thought you'd seen all the rappers who've lost their cool for the first time, we're back for more. Because when it comes to these personalities, there's no doubt that they're gonna go over the top for the most simplest and sometimes dumbest of reasons. And you won't want to miss out on a single entry. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to King Trending. Number 8. 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine has been in the news a lot the last few months, mainly because of his arrest in November on numerous charges that could land him in prison for the rest of his life. But this wasn't the moment he lost his cool. That was another incident in Houston, Texas. 6ix9ine and the security were going through a mall when he was noticed by some people, and one of them, a young teen, was trying to get a video of 6ix9ine as he made his way through. 6ix9ine noticed, and this is what made him go off. He demanded that the kid deleted all the footage he had of 6ix9ine, and when he refused, the rapper grabbed the kid in a very violent way, all while having his bouncers push back the crowd so that he could do it, and then continued to threaten the kid if he didn't delete the footage. 6ix9ine literally fled the state because of this incident, but later was arrested in New York City because Texas did not forget the incident. It seemed like a slam dunk of an assault case, but then, inexplicably, the kid came to the court and asked the judge to not try him for the crime. The two even posed together in a photo after the court session to show how everything was good. While he may have gotten out of that charge, the ones he's facing right now aren't so clear-cut and easy to dismiss, leaving his future very much up in the air. Number 7. Lil Pump. From a classic rapper to one still making his way through the rap world, Lil Pump is actually rather infamous for some of the times that he's lost his cool. But easily the most famous one happened just last year. He was in Denmark to perform a show, but he and his crew got caught and arrested by local cops because they had some illegal substances on them. Ironically, this wouldn't have been a big deal if he had just paid a fine and be on his way. But he was so angry with the cops for arresting him that he busted out his phone and decided to do a live stream on Instagram, which shows the cops' first true mistake of not handcuffing him.
Outburst, I look pretty. Still got my eyes on, so.
Anyway, doing a live stream in a cop car isn't illegal per se. The cops soon realized that the young rapper wasn't just talking trash about them, but also flipping them off. The cops immediately reacted, stopped the feed, and when they took him to the station, they added another charge to his now growing list of offenses. As for who got the last laugh, I'll let you be the judge. Lil Pump didn't have to pay a fine for the illegal substance, but he didn't go to jail. However, not only did he have to cancel his concert in the country, the government of Denmark decided to ban Lil Pump from their country for 2 whole years. So you tell me, who got the better end of this deal? My money's on Denmark. Number 6. Nicki Minaj.
Go. From the get-go.
You're going to see Nicki Minaj many times on this list, but the first one is actually one of her biggest on-air beefs with someone. You see, during the end times of American Idol, the show was showing its age. There were still some great singers for sure, but the classic judges of the show, Simon Cowell, Paula Abdul, were gone. The chemistry of the new judges just didn't feel real or even good. So the producers, in their infinite wisdom, decided to go and bring in 2 leading ladies to help balance out the new crop of judges, Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj. They should have known better. Minaj and Carey started out very rocky in their relationship, and it only got worse as the season went on. From the simple moving of chair placements to openly arguing with one another after the singers were done with their performances, these two went as many times as they could. Now, for the fans of the show, you'll know that Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul did a similar routine, but it was never this vicious. And more so, when the cameras were done, they never had fights backstage. These two did. They only lasted 1 season on the show because they couldn't stand each other, which goes to show you that you need to make sure that your judges can tolerate one another before you hire them. Number 5. Drake. Drake is one of the biggest names in rap, and for a very good reason. His songs and style connect with a lot of people, and it's earned him a lot of fame. He's also had multiple #1 tracks and albums, and many rap records have been set by him. On the surface, you might think that he's the most chill guy in the world, but he's gotten into his own fair share of problems, and they almost always happen at a nightclub. Drake was celebrating his 28th birthday back in 2014 when an odd series of events led to him storming out of the club and then trying to get back in. When the security bouncers tried to stop him from doing this, he dropped thousands of dollars at their feet to allow him to go back inside. The reports state that a member of Drake's entourage was hurt in the club, and that this set Drake off. But it's conflicting. Just as important to note is that this is hardly the first time this has happened to Drake. The first and most infamous time was when he and Chris Brown were at a nightclub together. The two rappers have been feuding because of their love with Rihanna. She used to be with Chris Brown until the incidents between them, and she dated Drake Drake afterwards. Chris Brown didn't like this for a long time, but at the club, he apparently made a peace offering. But Drake rejected it in a big way, prompting the two to get into a fist fight that forced them out of the club. Not to mention, the club sued both of them, and the two sued each other because of the fight. Lesson of the day: don't make Drake angry if you can help it. Number 4, Kanye West.
What makes you think that Donald Trump does, or any people at all?
What? You thought Kanye would avoid the list a second time? Not on your life. Kanye deserves every spot he can get because he's a guy who loses his cool a lot. And one situation that was thankfully resolved before it escalated was when he was a guest on Jimmy Kimmel. This was before the 2016 elections, an election that would result in Donald Trump taking the presidency. Not a lot of people were happy that Trump made it this far, but he did have some A-list supporters, and Kanye, shockingly, was one of them. Kimmel had been a vehement naysayer against Trump, and still is to this day. So when he had Kanye on the show, he blatantly asked him why he thought Trump would be an advocate for African Americans when he stated before that the previous Republican president, George W. Bush, wasn't. The look on Kanye's face said it all. He was about to erupt, and Kimmel caught it just in time just to say to the producers that it was time to go to break. And even Kanye couldn't help but laugh at that. Kanye's support of Trump is, well, truly mind-boggling for some, and it only continues to grow 2 years into Trump's term. He constantly goes to the White House when he can, he wears the Make America Great Again hat, and he disses anyone who makes fun of Trump. And while now he claims that he was used by Trump to gain political favor and such, you have to wonder if this is just another one of Kanye's phases. And then tomorrow he'll continue to send praises to Trump. Number 3, Rihanna.
And will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
What was this reporter thinking? Seriously, what was she thinking? Let me give you background on this. Rihanna was talking to the media about her role in Battleship along with the rest of the cast. The movie would flop, but that's not the point here. During the interview, one reporter asked her if she was happy in her personal life and asked some other probing and very personal questions. Needless to say, Rihanna wasn't pleased that someone had asked that. Let's be honest here. If you're going to ask something, ask about the movie, not the life of the person. In no way does it connect to the film. And yet, that's exactly what they did. They're lucky Rihanna didn't go all the way off on them because we all know how fiery and passionate she can be when she wants to. But she had too much class to deal with it that way here. Number 2, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Stumbling across the hallway, held back by her security team.
I told you Nicki Minaj would be back, and this time she went at it with another famous rapper, Cardi B. Both of these ladies have been gunning for the title as the Queen of Rap. And at a party during Fashion Week in September of last year, the two came to blows, literally. So here's what happened. Cardi B showed up to the party looking stunning as usual. Then, ironically, coincidentally, or by design, you decide, Nicki Minaj showed up in her outfit and did her photo posing before moving on. The two met up somewhere down the red carpet, and that's when things got nasty. According to the statements, Nicki actually stepped on Cardi's dress and said something insulting about her daughter culture. Naturally, Cardi B didn't like that, and the two went to blows. Their security teams did the best to separate them, and yet despite that, Cardi continued to try and get at Nicki Minaj, even throwing a show. Oh yeah, that's classy. Due to her dress being severely damaged, Cardi was forced to leave the party, and Nicki also left. Close examination of the departure of Cardi B showed that she had a big lump above her eye, likely from Minaj. Minaj didn't show any visible damage, but we may have not seen everything. You know these two will come back into contact with one another soon, and when it happens, sparks will fly. Number 1, Lil Wayne.
Interview that you actually gave with Katie Couric.
I think it's fun to go and start these lists with someone who's had a spot last time on the list. Lil Wayne has made a career at lashing at people who tick him off. And just like last time, some of these lashings are rather justified, such as when he was doing an interview and one of the people asked him if he had done an interview with Katie Couric, which wouldn't be a bad question. If Lil Wayne hadn't made it known beforehand that he had just done an interview with her, and you can actually see her in the room interviewing Lil Wayne.
Is that an interview that I actually gave with Katie Couric?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
It's not wrong to repeatedly ask a question, but if you're asking a question that you already know the answer to, yeah, that's dumb. They have better things to do with their time, and Lil Wayne fully knows that, because he asked for the reporter's name of who asked the question, who tried to avoid giving it, and then when Lil Wayne got it, he called him out on it, and notes quite justifiably that the reporter knew he had just given an interview with Kate. For all future reporters who are watching this, know the waters you're in and the personalities you're dealing with, and do not ask questions you already know the answer to. And there you have it, a bunch of rappers who have lost their cool on camera and beyond. Which of these meltdowns was your personal favorite? Also, do you know of any other rappers who went and lost their cool on screen or even behind it? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and I'll see you around. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.